Hello and welcome to our meeting this morning. The basics and the center of our meeting today is to talk about our policy as an organization and to look at our communication strategies and, of course, the benefit of working in a culturally diverse workplace. And, of course, looking again at what would benefit from professional development. So, as a company, our diversity policy is basically to maintain a safe work environment and taking action against inappropriate workplace behavior, including discrimination, harassment, bullying, and victimization. So, our policy is centered on all this, that we have an environment that is conducive and very accommodating without any discrimination. Because sometimes, because we come from different parts of the world, there are tendencies, of course, that can go towards discrimination and harassment. So in our company, our policies goes against all this because we want to have a community where we all work together as one and as a team. And that is why communication is very, very important. So our communication strategy as a company is also very important. And now we really want to talk about how we implement it. So one of our communication strategy is verbal communication. So when we engage and we speak with others, is also how we communicate and pass information verbally to the people we're working with. So written communication is also a way of communicating with someone. If, for example, you need to send an email to your work colleague, or, it's always the best way to to communicate with one another in a work-based environment, even on a daily basis. Even now in our life today, it's all written words. It's either you write it or you type it on the computer, or you send it like an email, like an attachment. So that is our own communication strategy. So when we do have like a training going on, we have like visuals where we have photos to display, or some we use like the PowerPoint to show to our viewers or to the staffs the things that we are trying to communicate. So that is really more of our communication strategy, and they will be implemented as we get used to our values as a company. They will be implemented on a daily basis, that we'll get to understand clearly what and how we communicate. But of course, the verbal communication is very important. Of course, listening. When we listen very carefully, we'll be able to communicate with the other person, taking into account that we work in a diversified environment where people have come from different parts of the world, where English are not our first language. So when we're able to listen properly, we can easily hear what the other person is saying. So in our company, there are benefits of working in a diversified place like ours. So when you work in our company, the benefits that you will receive are, you will have an increase in productivity. It also improved creativity within us because we learn a lot from others. And for us as a business, it improves and increases our profits that we make on a daily basis. Um, it improves cultural insight. So these are the benefits we get when we work in a diversified workplace. Especially improving our cultural insight, that we also get to learn about other people's culture as well. So the other thing again is, because we work in an environment that is so diversified, there is an important aspect of our company, and that aspect of the company is to promote professional development. So when we go through professional development, we get to learn more, on our ethics and how we operate as a company, and of course we learn new trends of how other business people are going through their own process. So what we'll do as a company is that we'll offer a continual development. It could be a program, it could be any training that might occur that we might want people to staff to take part in. So this as well will allow all the staff to determine the pace of their enrichment, giving them control over their educational path. So we are encouraged as well as as staffs and working in the company to encourage one another to collaborate with each other and the policies that we have in our organization. So when we are able to to encourage one another, I think we'll be able to live as staffs and co-workers. As you know, we've all come from different spheres of life, and that is why this meeting was very important for us today. We are of different age, different we've come from different countries, and we've all been through different kind of work in our lives, and coming into a different space, working in our company is just something different for all of us. So all these are the benefits, the strategies of our policies in our workplace. So ongoing professional development is very, very important, and hopefully next week or the week after there will be ongoing formation program that will be organized, and that will help us to really understand how this industry really works. Of course we know, but more knowledge is having more knowledge in a particular field is also very important in this business. So those are our communication plans and strategies and policy. So there are other times this meeting will call, sometimes there will be staff meetings to discuss communication plans and strategies. So this will be done by the manager. The manager in turn will organize a speaker who will come and speak to us in regards to whatever topic that is being given. So the supervisors themselves will ensure that they contact all the staff that are attending the meeting. So the supervisor as well will also take charge of rostering those people to take turns, in attending these meetings. So this is how basically we will implement all our strategies as a business enterprise. And then so I think that is really more of what we need to do, in order to be able to have a safe work environment.